afternoon. I'm Travis Mott, and I'm the chair of our commission here. I want to thank you for your application and interest as serving as a judge. I have you as an applicant for both county court and circuit court. We've interviewed you before a couple times. We do have some new people on our commission, so if you could just give us a introduction, background, your experience, and what qualifies you to hold judicial office.
Okay. Again, Jeanne Stratis, I'm with the state attorney's office, coming up on 23.5-ish years. I did take a little break in my first year out to try private practice. I learned pretty quickly that the courtroom was where I needed to be. When I left the state, I didn't get in the courtroom much, and I realized that I just missed it, and that's where I need to be, which kind of is also why I still want to be a judge, because the courtroom is just where I'm comfortable. Okay. Luckily enough, I was able to come back to the state because I had left on good terms, thank goodness, and I've been there ever since. And I've run juvenile dockets, misdemeanor dockets, felony dockets. In my current position, I am a career criminal unit attorney. We act as the lead on the docket. We handle the most severe cases on our docket, except for, well, including homicides, just not all the homicides. Sex crimes, murder, attempted murder, traffic homicide, any cases that need special attention that the boss says, I just want this to go to one of our more experienced attorneys. I am responsible for maintaining order on our docket too. If our line attorneys need help, it's my job to help them out. If they need guidance on how to handle a case, how to handle a victim, or any issue that comes up, it's my job to help them before going up the chain. Usually if there's an issue on the docket, the judge will sometimes contact me to say, hey, we have a little problem. We need to maybe fix this. How can we make things run a little more smoothly? I've had to do that in the past as well. And I think all of that helps give me the qualifications to be a good judge.
What makes somebody a good judge?
Being able to communicate effectively, I think, is pretty important because you're the judge. You're the one that has all eyes on them in the courtroom, which as a prosecutor sometimes you do too, especially in trials and hearings. Being able to treat people with respect, knowing that even though you could be standing there facing someone who has lost a loved one due to a homicide, you could be standing there facing someone who's in small claims court. No matter what the case is, that is the most important case to that person or group of people that you're speaking to or that you're addressing. And you got to treat each and every one with the respect that they deserve and treat everyone as if their case is the only case that matters. Because to them it does.
Do you have a judicial philosophy? And if so, what is it?
Follow the law as it is written. Do not let your personal views or personal opinions take over, because that's not your job. As a judge, you're not writing the law, you are following it, and that's it.
Do you have a preference as to circuit or county court?
I don't think I have a preference. I think I would be quite happy in either position, which is why I put in for both. You face different challenges in each, but I'm ready to accept whatever comes my way.
Looks like we certified you back in September of 2023. What did you take from that experience? And if you were to be certified this go around, what would you do differently, if anything?
Well, I think I hadn't been certified before, so I didn't really know everything that went into being prepared to go up to Tallahassee. A lot of studying, a lot of communicating more in a different way than I had before. Some of which I think could teach you how to run an election, because obviously at some point, if you get appointed, you're still going to have to run an election. So learning about making contacts, I think, was something that I hadn't had to do in the past, but I think I've done a little bit of now.
I have a question. What do you do if you run across an issue, there's precedent, but in your analysis, that precedent does not follow the law. It's unconstitutional, or it's wrongly decided in your honest opinion. What do you do there?
The law is the law. I've got to follow the law as it is written.
The statute?
The statute.
Or the case?
Well, I think I have to follow the statute, because that is the law. The case is in different court's opinion, and I could certify the question to a higher court and say, hey, this is what I think, this is what they think, please tell us, make a decision for us.
So I have a question to that. So if you have a fifth DCA case that says A, and you have a fourth DCA case that says B, which are you down by?
Fifth.
And then you certify.
Yes, of course.
If you're to be certified for county court, you may handle DUI cases. Can you tell me what the first time minimum penalties are for a DUI conviction?
You know, I can't actually. It's been so long since I've done county court, that's something I'd have to go back and relearn. Honestly, I know DUI manslaughter stuff at this point. No, I've been out of county court, so even though I've done criminal my entire career, I'd still have to go back and learn criminal. You know, as we put in for response, I could get a family docket, a dependency docket, a civil docket, things that I hadn't spent a lot of time in. And I still have to go learn that. But, you know, it's easy to say, oh, she's doing criminal. She knows criminal. No, I have to go back and relearn county court. And the minimums there, just like I would, you know, some of the other practices that I haven't done, which I'm prepared to do.
What's the biggest challenge in your current role?
So right now, maintaining the docket is a little bit rougher than it had been. I just took over a different docket a couple of months ago, and I'm having to learn all of the cases that had not been mine and work through them. And so I was used to my area for many years, and I had my docket the way I wanted it. And when I moved, I had to learn 60 plus new cases. I had to learn a new judge, a new courtroom, a new group of public defenders, new cases mostly, and I had to figure it out and do it quickly because they were set for trial and pre-trial and hearings, and I had written responses due on cases that I'd never seen before, so I just had to get it together like kind of overnight. So getting that in order, in proper order, the way I would like it, is right now a little, but it's getting there.
As an applicant for judicial appointment, on the application, there's a certification that you've read and understood the Florida Code of Judicial Conduct. So did you read those canons?
I did.
Okay, can you tell me which one of those apply to you currently as a judicial applicant?
I think all of them in some respect will apply, you know. I think, yeah, I don't think that any of them don't. I'm an applicant right now. I'm not running for office yet, but at some point I might, so I have to keep all of that in mind in advance. And I'm working for an elected official too, so, you know, I gotta keep him happy. So I gotta keep all those things in mind right now, every day.
Does anyone have any questions? All right, this is your chance at a closing argument. So tell us anything you want to tell us before we deliberate.
I know that a couple of times ago it's come up about my community involvement. I have joined Rotary about a year and a half plus ago, and I know that one of the questions, I think maybe 2 applications or 3 ago, I was asked about what have I done to become a leader or to get a higher position in my Rotary Club. Since I was last year, I have, I think I'm on pretty much every committee we have. I actually chair the Bowling for Literacy event, and that kind of got dropped in my lap at the last minute this past year with 2 months from the date of the event, and I had to figure out how to put it together, and I did. I had a little help, and I had a guidebook, but in a 4-month planning is a little tough to do in 2 months, but I managed to do it, and thankfully we were able to get a good amount of funds to our third graders in West Volusia. I'm also hopefully going to be on the board as an ex officio board member for our president-elect coming up. So I have had to do a lot in the Rotary Club. It's kept me very, very busy, happily so. But I think that's given me some good insight into the community and given me more community contacts that I didn't have a year and a half